Hi, so I'm in the Vendée region of France at a place called Le Pas-Opton. It's run by Spring Harvest, if people know that in the UK. It's a Christian organisation and they provide a really lovely holiday setting, mobile homes, campsites, that kind of stuff, and lots of facilities for people. So I'll leave the details to all of that below or on the screen now. I won't have the footage that will do it any justice, unfortunately, but it has loads of facilities and I really enjoy coming here to catch up with good friends that I've made over the years that I've been here. And I wanted to showcase a little bit of what you can do outside of the site, because there's a lot of walks and cycles that you can do, and I've been picking up some maps of the local area this year and trying to see what I can do to explore, and there's actually quite a bit. So I'll introduce you to some of the maps that I've picked up this year. So these two maps I picked up from the tourist information. One's about cycling, one's about walking, and it's from the St Gilles tourist information point, and they were really helpful. They got all sorts of things in there. They also had some of these at the reception site, but they only had one and I wanted to be able to ruin a copy, so I obviously got my own. I also bought a map which is like the OS equivalent of the 1 to 25,000 scale, and so that's been really helpful. So I'll open these up so you can see what they look like on the inside and some of the routes that I've done. So if you see, I've opened up the cycling map and you get all of these information. You've got a key here that tells you what some of the paths mean, and this is basically all of the routes. So I've been staying around here, and what I have been able to do this week is I cycled down this road and did route 14, and that was actually quite a nice easy one to do. If you turn over, you can see all the different routes that were shown on the other side, but in a smaller section, which has been really helpful. So I did the number 14, which was really lovely, and I've done a separate video on that. So that's a cycling map. And if you open up the cycling map, you can see it's exactly the same, but with walking routes. I have done this holiday a route down here. I followed the GR8 long distance path, and actually that is something that I would love to do if I had an opportunity. And this is a really nice rugged coast, and again I've done a bit of a video vlog on that, so you'll be looking forward to seeing that. Last year I did this walk here, number 30, and this all can be found on the tourism website, but it's actually quite nice to have a physical copy, because then you can have a physical copy in front of you that you can fold up, and it gives you information and things. So I find that really helpful, but it obviously does tell you, it's got QR codes and links to the information, and just like the cycling map, you can turn it over and you will see them in detail. So as you can see, I've got this bit blown up a little bit more. You can take route 28, which takes you all the way up here, which is why I think it's quite a big area, as opposed to something like this that's got quite a small area that it covers. But it's really nice because it tells you the kind of signpost colour to look out for. It tells you a rough time, the difficulty, and how long it is, and I think that's just really helpful information. It tells you parking, it gives all that kind of information that's really helpful. There's many of these walks that I would have loved to have done. I've noticed that if you are staying at Le Pas-Opton, if you walk down here from the site, you can actually join this path here, and it's way marked, so you just then can join the path here and do a bit of a circle or go down this way. And perhaps you might want to walk all the way down into the Fenway itself and maybe get yourself something to eat or drink, or enjoy the village feel, because it's a really quite quaint, pretty place to be, and it's got quite a lot of little facilities that you might appreciate, like little shops, a nice car park and a nice church and things. And obviously there's lots of other places you could go. I think next year I would hope to cycle potentially to here and do this nice walk. But what's nice is there is just so many nice things to do. So I have the OS style map open here, and this has a lot of information, like tourist information spots, all the kind of things that you would expect to find. So I've been staying up this way, and obviously you can quite easily match up the walks that I've just shown you in the cycle path to these kind of roads here quite easily, which is nice. And also it's got this area here which is lovely, easy to follow paths, and again that's all shown on the maps that I've shown you on the information. I'm really excited. I really want to do the GR8 path, and that obviously shows you all of that down here as well. So I'd really recommend getting one of these, because obviously if you do get into a bit of a pickle, it is actually helpful to have something like this. And I'm just somebody that has habits from the UK where I really just like having a physical map. It's a good habit to have, I think. But this is the area, and it covers not that much south actually, but it does cover the area that I'm staying in, so that does me fine. One of the nice things is it also has Ildea, I think that's how you pronounce it, and you can get a ferry across from St Gilles or from one of the other ports further north. And again, you've got all the mapping here, and I think there is another similar leaflet you can get on walks in this area as well, because there are quite a few, but that's quite handy to have, and something that I will definitely take with me if I head that way. It's on my bucket list, so I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I trust that's been helpful, looking through some of the local maps and information on walking and cycling. I definitely would really love to do the GR8 long distance path from not far from Nemoutier down past St Gilles. It's about 47 miles. That is on my bucket list, and I also would really recommend these. I think they're really good walks to do, and they are all really quite short as well, so it means that they're manageable if you perhaps aren't feeling so great, or if you your energy levels are down. I think it's really lovely because they're all fairly short. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time with some of my jaunts and pedaling that I've been doing. I think that's the word I'm looking for.